Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another show of Prematch Muti. As you can tell, there's a lot of energy in this.
Yep.
How's it?
I don't know why you've got so much energy for a team that's not in top four.
But wait, we are top four. What are you saying? Top four?
Are you in top four?
Saying?
Oh, well done. Oh, yes, Burnley helped you.
We've got Wonga.
That's why you're so excited.
Wonga's won during the week. He's been on a winning run. We've got Chelsea won. We've got Nick won there. And then, Man United drew. I'm happy. This is happiness.
I don't know about Chelsea. Chelsea last weekend. Hey,
don't worry about Chelsea, Chief. We're worried about top four at this point in time.
Most
slipped up there.
I guys drinking hot coffee. What's this? Hot chocolates and coffees and cappuccinos going on there.
Cold, champ. It's cold.
Mosa was asking for a hot choc sponsor there, so I don't know if anyone has a friend who knows some warm drink sponsor, then give us a shout because Mosa's needing it.
Oh.
Don't finish with daughter's hot chocolate, bro. Please, man.
Yeah.
She must be
all right,
careful.
Gents.
How are the boys? Are you guys good? Are you guys happy with your team's performances? 37 games in. Tell me what you think, boys.
I know there's one team in here that's safe.
Second. I've secured second place, so I'm okay. I don't mind. You know what I mean? Wonga is waking up at the wrong time of the season. It seems. I'm sure he wishes they woke up 15 matches ago. Because if they played like this 15 matches ago, they would be in the top four conversation. But he's gonna struggle with Spurs to compete for number 7.
I know Claudio is happy there. Claudio is playing semi-finals and quarterfinals there with 3 games to go there. That's according to Klopp.
No, but it's not even a joke though. So if you look at the performance that they had, but not even the effect the fans have had on the teams. And I've been saying this, and you, Nick, you said you didn't think the fans played that much of a role. But all of a sudden, it didn't even matter if Liverpool were playing at home or away. The energy that they got from the crowd, Mane looked like the same player. Bobby finally scored, looked like the same player. The Liverpool all of a sudden were buzzing. I know it's a bit little too late.
Claudio, you're playing fucking Burnley, man. Come on.
No, the energy. The energy was there. And I just look at the energy. And you know what? This game
there's a lot to play for. There's a lot to play for. That's why there's energy also. Come on. We need to also,
exactly.
You guys watched the FA Cup though, man. You watched the FA Cup. Did you not see Chelsea and Leicester City, even with the crowd there? All of a sudden, the energy was turned up at least by 10%.
Yeah. Well, I never found it that exciting from my side. Yeah. My team was looking very flat on the day and looked a little bit.
The exact opposite, Claudius.
Yeah, the exact opposite.
I maybe get it in some matches. I think
Claudius is just happy to be in top 4, man. We have to just let the word.
I think if you look, Claudio, look at the amount of goals, guys, that have been scored. Like in the last I think 2 or 3 weeks, even before these guys came in, it's crunch time. But I think every game there was at least 2 goals. Most of the games there were at least 2 goals. And I'm not talking about just England. It's even Italy, France, Germany. It's many of those. Many of those teams have. There's different dynamics, obviously, but there's many teams that are fighting for the Europe spot. Some teams are trying to fighting to close the league, and now it's crunch time. Some teams are even still opportunity to fight for to ensure they don't get to relegation. I don't think they care whether their mother or sisters watching. They just want to make sure they don't get relegated. And I've seen that.
I guess it also gets closer to the players as well, because even the players have to start considering, end of the season transfers, how it's going to look for their performances, and you'd probably want to leave the end of the season on a good note as opposed to just like walking away from potential good times.
Yeah. Shout out, guys. Shout out to Jason. Jason's with us today.
And then you get Wonga's favorite team. Wonga's favorite team is doing something very well right now. It's killing the fashion stakes, bro. That kit they played with their new kit. That thing looks very nice. Looks very nice, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same about my kit as well.
Yeah, super fresh. I think that's why we won.
But about
what's going on, bro?
But I've got a question for all of you. Did you guys see Liverpool came out with their new kit release as well?
Yeah.
So I wanted to put the question here before everyone. Whose kit, or should I say whose Nike kit is worse? Chelsea's or Liverpool's?
Chelsea by far.
Chelsea.
Liverpool, man.
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah, Chelsea's
fine, bro.
But look,
what are they going for?
Like it's got a little pattern here going on. I don't know what's going on.
It's like a strip.
Yeah,
look,
that's like split.
They're both terrible. They're both terrible.
Yeah, they're both terrible.
Looks like it belongs in the circus.
Looks like an ultra thing.
I was waiting for you to pull it up on the screen, Claudio, but you never did it.
I thought you were going to pull up on the screen there for everyone to see.
I think it'll turn viewers away. It'll turn viewers away. So let's rather not.
But your hair doesn't
match. It's not an issue. It's not an issue. But I'll have my 2 cents. You know, I would be very, very happy if my team, you know, wore a new kit with a game to go. But we're not that stature, so I don't know how it feels, guys. So even if it looks like shit, I think you should be happy.
No, but I think you're lucky though, Nick. Your kit's always black and white. They can't really destroy Newcastle's kit. You know what I mean? Even if it's not a great design, it still looks good. But Liverpool, I don't know why they have orange with red. That just doesn't make sense to me. What are they doing?
That's not orange. It's salmon. It's salmon.
Salmon, no, salmon. You're right.
They say salmon. That
wasn't so sophisticated.
I thought you would have researched what's going on there, man.
I just saw it and I knew I didn't have to research the bullshit design because you know what it is. If I had to read it, they would justify why they've done what they've done. That's what they've done.
Is that you on the comments?
No.
Just because your kit is as bad as ours now, our players are all over the place. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. That cuts deep.
Oh, man.
Compared to what Chelsea used to be before. Oh, yeah, but they were Adidas.
Yeah.
Shame.
They were Adidas before. Yeah, that was very, very nice. Where they had the Adidas stripes with the white around the blue stripes. And it was just, it's always been nice. But this season, I guess, was this last kit is interesting. Last season was fine, bro.
No, I'm saying the three, the one that they're playing with before this.
The 3,
drama stuff, man. The 3 also the sponsorship doesn't go well. It's just man.
There's just so much happening on that shirt.
I guess there's an omen behind that. We might end up third.
And the away kit also doesn't look good.
You know what their sponsorship should be on the shirt? It should say there's a warning. You know, like if you suffer from epilepsy or something, if you're looking at that shirt, that's how bad it is. There's just so much going on that shirt.
Oh, wow.
TV static. Looking at TV static.
Anyway, guys, I just want to say, so we can all confirm that Arsenal's kit is probably going to be the best kit of the season. But out of the 3, it's definitely the best kit, right? Everyone can agree with that.
I never saw it. So I can't.
You just don't read the group chats, clearly.
Careful, Nick. You might end up buying it. It's that good, bro.
You might end up buying an Arsenal shirt.
It's that good, Nick.
Needs to wash the car or something with it.
You might catch me dead there in Hillbrow before I buy one of those.
What I wanted to say is we can all agree that kid is hot, apart from Nick. So if anyone is out there who wants to actually sponsor Wonga, just so he can have a nice shirt for next season, because we know his team's not going to improve, but at least he'll have the shirt. You know, feel free to sponsor that shirt. That's all I'm saying.
I guess Jason also agrees with us that, you know, the Chelsea kit isn't the greatest this season. And I guess back to the drawing board for everyone.
But it is very similar to the one that you're wearing, Musa.
No, this one is got like stripes and stuff. The other one, this one has like funny shapes. It's got like zigzags. It's got yellows and stuff.
Show us, Musa.
This one is nice, man.
Yeah, you all over the place here, bro.
You see, look, those are the detail.
What is that? What is that? Is that cartoon?
Those are tire tracks from Yokohama.
Nah, it's supposed to be isn't it supposed to be the stadium? It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it's a stadium infrastructure. You can see a little bit of the building here. There's like trusses. Do you guys know your stadium infrastructure? Do you know your in and out of your stadium?
Okay. All right, guys.
I actually enjoyed the previous kit with the 3, where it was just clean navy blue.
Nah, that was hot. Nice. I'm not gonna lie. This last one was. I would have. You know, Chelsea should have probably just kept the same kit as next season. They shouldn't have played games with this one. I don't know what they're doing there. But anyway, guys, Diaz. Moving topics. Diaz is being named the Football Writers Association Player of the Year. And is this a surprise to anyone?
Nope.
It's not a big surprise. However, like I've like touted the likes of KDB in the front running for these type of awards, but same team. He's in my top 11 for the English Premier League this season. So yeah, he's a deserving player for this. I think he's done well to beef up that defense, make it solid at Man City, and he's showed a very level head over the past season. So yeah, he deserves it.
I think Joe Willock was robbed.
Yeah.
Right? Guys,
Not Joelinton.
Golden.
I was waiting for my moment, but my man, guys, six out of six.
The youngest player ever.
Don't tell me about
to get 6 out of 6.
Don't tell me about Jesse Lingard. That guy is as close to my age than anything. Guys, if you want the future, England must take him to the Euros. Even if he just sits on the bench and learns, bro. What's Lingard going to do? He's not going to play. He's also going to sit on the bench.
Are you going to sign him from Arsenal?
If we have Ashley, probably not, because he won't want to spend more than 2 million. So, yeah. But listen, I don't understand how Arsenal aren't using that. You guys aren't scoring goals frequently as you would like from the midfield. But you've got this man here doing it with a tired team. Wonga, what's going on there, man? What's going on with Arteta?
But those guys, Arteta's he's got a problem. He's got to satisfy Aubameyang, and he's got to satisfy Lacazette.
He's a midfielder, but he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder coming. He's a midfielder that scores goals. He's not a striker.
This man is scoring goals from the midfield. No, my man. That man is playing as an 8. He's not even playing as a 10. He plays as an 8. He defends, he attacks, and he scores goals, and he calls us the Maggies. He says, "Come on, the Maggies," and I say, "Yes, well, look, you fucking stay."
Gonna be sad to see him then at Arsenal again next season.
Yeah,
doing the thing against you.
He's gonna score against us.
But that'll be interesting to see. If Arsenal are trying to rebuild, if they bring that guy back in, because people like Xhaka,
he's a lighty.
If you're in the midfield and you've got people like Xhaka and you want to keep guys like that,
I don't think they want to keep a guy like that. I think a guy like that's just not going anywhere. He's like a wart. That's what he is.
I mean, they keep on saying that they want him.
Who says that? Do you think they're saying that just to make him happy, or do you think they actually want him?
Look, I genuinely can't tell, because I can't imagine someone saying they want Xhaka in the team. But they say
it doesn't sound right.
I don't know what's happening. They say it with a straight face, so it's a tricky one.
But I'll tell you what, though, with Willock, he's not going to, him actually doing well is like a detriment to Newcastle, because like if even if it's not us buying him, he's sort of turned heads in the Premier League. If you're a mid-table Premier League team, he can do it with a very average team. So if Arsenal aren't going to take him, if Arsenal don't want him, if Newcastle are going to pay the money, someone will. He is good enough. He is young, up and coming. He's got the talent. He can score goals. He's a workhorse, and he's got a cool celebration. So why wouldn't you take him?
Yeah, top 10 team. Yeah.
So guys? So if he's not going to be at Arsenal and he's not going to stay at Newcastle, and you're talking top 10 teams, which team realistically would he do well at? I mean, I'm looking at Leeds.
I would think he would fit in at Leeds. I think with his energy and his capacity to learn, I think he's got an opportunity, because he works, he runs, he clocks the miles. I think that would be a potential team. But fuck Leeds, they're not going to be in the top 10 next season.
I think Villa.
Villa are going to finish bottom half. What are you talking about? Newcastle are finishing 12th this season, by the way. Just by the way. I'll tell you the scenario later. The goal line is going to be my feet. I don't know why.
You are 15. You're 15, man. You're finishing 12th.
My friend, open your browser there and look at the log and look at the fixtures.
No, but I'll tell you just now. Your three goals worse than Wolves.
Just now.
So Man United needs to beat Wolves by 2 goals, and you need to win the last game by 2 goals to get there.
Open another tab. Get the log. Get the fixtures.
I have it. I am looking at it.
We'll get to the fixtures now. Carry on, Claudio.
All right, guys. Interesting fact, Joe. Remember, so when we had Peter Holm on here, Peter Holm from Tonsa United, one of the things that they're trying to address there using the app is the relative age effect. And that is more so, when's your birthday? In January, right?
January, yeah. And
January.
Most kids get, yeah.
And mine's in Feb. And if we go through the list, there are a lot of guys, January, February, March. Those are the ones that kept playing football and got the chances. And obviously, a lot of them are pro footballers. Another good example here is Willock, whose birthday is in January. So just it goes to show you that this relative age effect, it's not just something that they say in books in Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers or a theory that Tonto are going by. Legit, it's legit. I'm getting tongue twisted. It's a legitimate stat. Anyway, that needs a readdressing. Anyway, okay.
Is that
On that topic,
is
do you
that
guys
why
know
I
when?
never made it as a pro? Because I was born in October. So
If you've got to give yourself an excuse, then that is what
You can rest on that one, champ. I wanted to ask if you guys know when Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo's birthdays are, in that sense.
that would be interesting.
Oh, February.
Messi's June. Messi's June.
Yeah, but remember, Messi got a whole bunch of growth hormones pumped into him by Barcelona. Ronaldo is February.
Okay, so it is actually like close to theirs.
When
Okay,
is
that's quite
Messi?
cool.
Sorry, you said?
June.
June.
Okay. All right.
Wonga, Celo, and Nick, when are your birthdays? The admin
Nah, it's
person.
okay.
Mine is
this
October.
guy-
Rain
this guy
Reed is
doesn't-
also October.
This guy doesn't care about us.
He came out
Okay.
at 16.
Doesn't care about us.
Doesn't care.
Doesn't care about us. Too late. Too late.
Who is October, Wanga?
For your
Wayne Rooney,
information.
if I'm not mistaken.
For your
No, but tell me
information.
about Shaka. When was Shaka born?
October.
Shaka.
Let's just see something.
He was born
Let's just-
1st of Jan, bro. There has to be. Has to be 1st of Jan.
Oh damn, man.
Oh, wow.
Shaka was born in September.
Yeah,
No
that's
way.
why.
That's why he's struggling.
It's very close to your birthday there,
No,
Wanga.
but me and my favorite player, we born a day apart. So Paul Pogba was born on the 15th of March. I was born on the 16th of March.
Oh,
But
Okay.
Kevin De Bruyne as well, he was born in June. Also described as a late bloomer as well. I know they said that. Said he only played his first international match for the. I think at the age of, I think it was 19 or 18. I don't know if that's bad for those guys, but yeah, it's late for those guys. Sorry,
Yeah, that's considered pretty late.
Yeah, but they said he played his first international game at that age, and he was considered a late bloomer.
And Eden
Hence all
Hazard.
the transfer rumors and stuff.
Are we going to go through the list of all the players now?
That's it, that's
I was just thinking about it.
Zlatan.
I gotta know.
Yes.
We gotta check these
The
guys.
other guys. Eden Hazard, 7th of January.
Yep.
Oh, it's actually happening.
We need
Go through the
Zlatan.
list.
It's Zlatan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
let's see
exceptional,
Zlatan.
Yo,
Zlatan
wow,
was born
man.
on the 29th of Feb.
Hey,
Do you guys understand the
Normally.
concept?
No,
you understand why it's a theory. You guys understand?
Yeah.
it,
Zlatan was born.
see it, yeah.
Zlatan was born in October.
Hey,
Okay.
that's why I'm so great.
It's easy
Only
to be
that's how the
great.
universe works. Zlatan was born in October, and anyone born in October is not great. Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
then, to reel it back, we got the Premier League results that happened the last couple of days. Yeah, first game to kick off. We're going to speak about the Man United Fulham game, largely because Silo's spilling lasagna on his shirt while we were having the show on Tuesday. And you mentioned goal of the season for Cavani, Silo. I want to get everyone else's opinion in terms of that goal. Is that worthy, or is that the goal of the season? Not worthy.
And then there was silence.
No, 'cause you're all trying to think of another goal that's better, and I don't think you can. But okay.
I could just say Alisson's goals are already better, but there have been others. They're just not off the top of my mind. If we go through the highlights, I'm sure we can think of
Guys, can
something.
you remove?
That
That's
header
the main
was
thing that we've
awesome.
seen.
Can you remove this guy off the show?
That header was awesome.
Thank you
There's
very
something we
much,
should
man.
do
I like
there
the
with this.
synergy.
Like,
We're both in top four now. Now we can be friends. I like it. Yes.
So Celo, I have access to remove him. Should I just do it quickly?
Yes,
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
access. Yes, thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nick. Yes.
Guys, come on.
Oh, this guy, man.
You're removing the balls.
Gents, we've got a new member here. Can we please welcome another member to the squad?
Say the name, Claudio.
Untotile.
Let's not make him ruin the name.
Nick. Yeah, because Claudio butchers names. Claudio even butchers English names.
I just I make everything sound Portuguese. Okay, that's all I do.
So the funny story here, guys, is this is one of my players. He is one of the Master Cup players at Tux. Yeah, so he's obviously just clocked in, as he says.
Which position is he playing?
He's a right winger, a little bit of a nippy one. I've told him to watch Saint Maximum. He told me he was nothing when we were playing against his team. He supports City. So yeah, then I saw his Instagram story this morning, and he posted something about Saint Maximum. So I said to him, "My friend, what's going on now? Now you like my man." So yeah, I must have rubbed off on him.
No, that's dope.
No, that's good, coach.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah. But about the game, guys. So, Selord, is there anything you want to talk about this in particular? I mean, the result means nothing in the end, but it was good to see the fans at Old Trafford.
Yeah, man, it's good to have the fans back. I think the few things I want to talk about. Firstly, the reception that David De Gea got when he was going into his goals. The crowd just cheered him on and were really happy that he was playing. I think, the treatment that he's received isn't deserving of a player who's got the most appearances for any foreign player at Man United. But he had a good game. The goal wasn't a fault of his. But I'm just concerned and with Man United in terms of the performances at home. I think they've been really poor. We've let in the most amount of goals at home in the longest time. I think probably 20 years or so. So going into the weekend and going into the Europa League final next week, it's it's we up and down and Slaphead isn't available. So that doesn't help our defense.
He's out.
He seems like it's going to be out. So that doesn't help our defense.
That's fine. He must sit.
Our defense doesn't have any direction without him. He's the leader in the defense. So without him, it's a bit weak. But let's see what happens.
His head's that big. It's the whole direction there, bro. It's like literally he's leading you with his head there, bro. but otherwise, it was one of those, man. We second on the log, so it's secured. No one else can overtake us. So it's cool. It's a good season for my team. Finishing ahead of all of you guys, so I'm happy.
But Jason got a valid question here. He's asking, can you win the Europa final without Slavhead though?
Yeah, we can definitely. Yeah, we can definitely win it. Yeah.
This was coming from you saying Ole has never won any cup final in the past, and now
you see.
But don't forget.
Thanks, Musa. Thanks for saying that.
But don't forget, he never made it to a final. He's made it to the final now.
Oh, so once he gets to the final, he'll win the.
Then he crosses the line. You say once he gets to the final, he'll cross the line.
That was that mental block I was talking about. That can he actually get into a final? That was the question I was asking him.
Oh,
and he's answered my question by getting into the final.
Emphatically.
How did he? But did he send you a fax when he answered as well? Or was it just around the final?
No, I sent him an email to ogs@manchesterunited.com.
Okay. All right. So, gents, I think it's time for, seeing as we've got one of our next players on, it's just appropriate to talk about the next game. Newcastle won, Sheffield won. Another win for Steve Bruce. And, dare I say it, another season for Steve Bruce next season.
Nah, fuck you, bro. Come on, man.
Manager of the month.
Manager of the month.
Manager of the month. Guys, how did he win Manager of the Month when he didn't get the most points in the month?
Bro,
because he saved.
The guy's got too many friends. He's got so many friends.
I don't understand, man. The guy's got 2 wins and 2 draws.
Man United did this to him. He's from you guys.
Man United won 3 games and drew 1 in the month, and they don't even get It doesn't even get measured by but it's okay.
Yeah, they want to share it, bro. But anyway, I'm quite chuffed. I think we were pretty good. We were pretty good in the first half. I think if we have our best players on the field, they can actually get it done. Fuck you, Jason. But yeah,
It's a dream season.
Jason's a keyboard warrior today. I'm loving it. Nice.
But yeah, listen, we were very good in the first half. Same Maximan, guys. Like, if you guys take time, I know you don't have time to watch my team play, but if you actually watch 90 minutes of this guy playing, I think he went off after 65 because he got injured, but he's an absolute menace. If you see the pass that he made to, I think it was Murphy, was literally it was literally like a pin through a, what's that saying? I don't know. Pin through
a needle through a pin.
Needle through a pin, or something like that. Yeah.
What? No, actually, that doesn't sound right.
What kind
of English is killing us here, man?
Something like that. Yeah.
Guys, go download your English bundles, guys, because it seems like they run out.
Guys,
you can also download the app Grammarly as another sponsor opportunity there. Grammarly, you want to give us a shout?
That's it. 3 needle. If you watch that pass, guys, honestly, he takes out 3 players just by that pass. The cross comes in, Willock scores, great. We should have scored a few more. Obviously, Steve Bruce, and as he normally does, second half comes in. Our players start to break down, a few injuries, and then we revert to literally on the ropes against a team that was relegated 2 months ago. So yeah, it was hard to watch in the second half, but thankful obviously for the points. But it was good to see the fans back. We talk about our fans being this obviously a big force. I would say so in terms of supporting the club. Obviously very disgruntled in the sense that they're not happy with the ownership, but they never even had a hint of having a go at Bruce or sort of having a go at Ashley, which was disappointed to see. Apparently they did a lap of honor at the end of the match, and Bruce got a bit of abuse and he had to speak about that afterwards. But it's not enough. What Man United did sort of set the standard of how you protest against a club. And I was slightly disappointed from that sense. But, it's always good to see us win a game and hopefully win our next. And we'll finish 12th, Celo, if we win 2-0. And if Southampton lose, Wolves lose, and
Palace
lose. And it's very likely.
Palace are okay.
It's all very likely. They're playing against teams in the top 6. So,
yeah,
very likely. And that will be so new.
Dream big, my boy.
And no. But the thing is, Mosa, you laugh. It will be so Newcastle to finish 12th, and Steve Bruce will come out of this saying, "Oh, we finished 12th," and he's been in a relegation scrap for the whole season. That just shows you how weak or how close the bottom half of the table is in terms of quality. Yeah, it actually just shows you that we have a chance to. Thanks, Gunagai. I don't know who you are, but thank you, mate. You guys are different, son.
I love it.
They're still stuck on. There's the history. Invincible, boy. That's all it's about.
That's how we do it.
Guys, please.
Nick,
I just want
to touch on the disappointment of the Newcastle fans sort of protesting in comparison to United. I think one thing we've also got to remember, Newcastle have been doing it for years, and I would argue they're somewhat fatigued. They're fatigued, yes.
Fair enough.
And I think, so for them to finish 12 would be, at the end of all of this, would be incredible.
It's like a catch-22 though. Like, yes, we're happy that we finished 12th because we want our team to do well, but it's actually like we shouldn't be in this position. We should actually be relegated, like in a sense, from how we've been managed and but we're fortunate to be in the league, and it's just sort of it paints over all the cracks that are there. There's so many cracks, and it's unfortunate, but we'll see what comes in the preseason.
But there's managerial changes happening though, so I would have.
So what do you want? Do you want me to get Roy Hodgson or what? Is that what?
No. That's pretty much what we spoke about on Tuesday. No. But we said there might be a battle between between Arsenal and Newcastle for Roy Hodgson. Gents, Brighton 3, Man City 2. We've got Louis Murray on the line here. Obviously, this was an incredible game. Who wants to kick this off there? Settle. Was that red card a red card?
Yes, he pulled him down. He clearly pulled down Welbeck. I think it was a coming together where there was
I thought it was more coming together.
No. But he held Welbeck's arm and he pulled him down. So that the replay showed that he pulled his arm. If it was just falling,
did he not just put his arm though? Like, did he physically? Because from what I saw, it was just coming together. The guy beats him for pace.
He did this literally, and he hooked his arm and he pulled Welbeck's arm down. When he was falling, he pulled Welbeck's arm down. It's a clear foul. It's a clear goal scoring opportunity for Welbeck because he pulled him down. I thought it was coming together as well initially, but then I saw the other angle where he pulled him down, and I was like, "Hey man, that's how the cookie crumbles." I was angry because Cancelo's my fantasy team, so I got -3 points, which is ridiculous. But I'm not happy that Pusitao didn't get to play.
But wait, Selo, before you talk about that, I just want to say,
Louis agrees.
But I just want to weigh in with it. I thought it wasn't. I think it was a harsh sending off. Okay, but I do think he deserved a red card for that attempted touch. That's what it was. His failure to bring that ball under control is what got him into that situation. So that's what the red card, in my opinion, is for. That's all I want to say. Continue, Silo.
Yeah, no, I think it was a foul, man. Because like if you just saw it, I'm trying to pull up an image here. You know, me and my graphics coming together. Man, where are you? All of them are looking from the other angle. Damn.
Convenient
time for that to happen. Yeah, he expects me to have the images already and stuff, but these are all over the place. But anyway,
man.
I mean, Man City still go. They finish the half with 10 men. They go 1-0. Then Foden scores a beautiful goal, in my opinion. He showed some good strength, goes down the line, and the finish was class. I think Foden's had a hell of a season. And Louis, we also spoke about Diaz very briefly getting the award for the Writers Award of the season. So congrats on that for being a City fan and your player getting something. You well deserved. But yes, Foden's second goal for me is incredible. And all of a sudden after that, the game just goes crazy. And again, I'm convinced it's the influence of the fans here for Brighton to come back and win that game 3-2.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the fan influence definitely did help them. Yes. I'm in the game.
How's Jason comments? City players playing with the hangover.
De Bruyne wasn't playing. They were playing Torres up front, which obviously the man deserved to start after his performance scoring a hat-trick. So, I mean, fair enough. They've got leeway to experiment until the last game of the season, I suppose. So, obviously, in the bigger scheme of things, the result means nothing, but a good win for Potter. And also, we're speaking on Tuesday whether or not Potter is a good fit for Spurs, and Matt's weighed in on that. But Pep Guardiola coming out saying he admires Potter and his approach of football. And who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Graham Potter is going to be the next Spurs manager?
I think he definitely needs to coach a team that's in the top 10 or something, because he definitely does have a lot to add.
No, Louis, it's Diaz. You say Diaz. You don't say Diaz. It's Diaz.
Diaz. Yeah, Diaz. I don't know if you guys have seen the Jose Mourinho advert on that Sanlam have.
Sanlam.
They even have one on radio where the guy says, "Hey, Jose." It's like, no, it's not Jose, it's Jose. And some people will like, people will like Jose Mourinho. No, it's like Jose.
Jose.
What's Waka gonna say?
Marino. That's my favorite. Anyway, okay. So Graham Potter, Spurs. Yes or no, gents? Yes or no?
Not if they want to jump into the top 4 and challenge. No.
Yeah, no.
Cool. No. All right. Well, that one was easy. All right. Chelsea.
But to be fair, I don't know who could go to Spurs at this point in time to save that ship.
That's also
especially with players like Kane.
I think if they wanted someone to go and win a trophy for them, I think you would take Benitez. I think it would be a no-brainer. I think with
But
all the
would Benitez
resources
go
that
there?
they have.
No, but
I don't think he would. Why wouldn't he?
Daniel Levy said that they want to play attacking football. He says that
Yeah, but
they got
if
lost.
they want a trophy,
They lost their identity.
What identity do Spurs have?
Attacking
Identity
football.
They call it Spursy for a reason.
Spurs haven't won anything. Spurs haven't won anything.
No, but they are
Spursy.
they are a high scoring team. They're a team that loses 5-4
come on.
or wins 4-2.
Yeah, so Newcastle are still the
Or loses
entertainers.
4-2.
Newcastle are still the entertainers. Then we lost 4-3 to Man City. We deserve a great manager, guys. Spurs must take someone who's done it, been there, done it. He's won titles. That guy. I know Mourinho won titles. It didn't succeed. Yeah, that didn't work. He didn't succeed. But you got to go try again. What's Graham Potter going to do? Graham Potter,
and he was on the cusp of winning titles with them.
Graham Potter's got a Swedish team into the Champions League. That's his greatest feat. Like, come on, guys.
But
also,
I think
Brighton were also in a relegation battle this whole time with us, and like it looks like they've both Newcastle and Brighton have had a great season, but we've both been there. We've both been there with Fulham. So I'm just playing devil's advocate, guys. If you're looking for a team who was in the Champions League final 2 seasons ago, you're looking at a manager who is struggling in relegation. I don't know.
But who do Spurs get? Because not many managers are available. Because
Germany
did the whole merry-go-round thing, and they just swapped managers. And there's, I don't know, in France maybe there's managers that have done well in the top 4 teams in France.
You know what I like about Spain and
Bill's
Germany?
manager.
Spain and Germany are very, very like consistent in terms of the big teams with promoting you, well, not youth managers, but like your assistant manager to become a manager, and that's how they get into the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Ryan Mason might not be the guy, but what I'm trying to say is like we haven't ever seen that in the UK. The Premier League has never ever done that. A manager gets sacked or leaves, they go and hire somebody else. They never give the job to the guy that's
the assistant.
The assistant. So it's strange, bro, because like who are you going to find? You might have to go find someone in Portugal or
in France, man. I'm telling you now, the guy's leading the Ligue 1 there.
Lille,
yeah. However you pronounce it. He's having a hell of a season.
I think
he's not even paid well, eh? He's not even paid well because apparently Nice wanna get him from Lille. Imagine, but Nice, it's because Nice has got more money than Lille, and they can double his salary.
They've got nightmares.
They won't
afford him.
Let them get the big bucks out.
The highest paid coach in the world. They won't afford him.
You know,
£8 million.
Do you guys remember Remy God? I think it was. He went to Remy God. He went to
the manager.
Yeah. He was linked to go to Spurs. And then he went to Villa, and he was a highly rated manager in France, and he failed. He got fired. And then there was another manager, and I can't remember his name. You guys might help me out. It was just after that. Yeah, he went to, and also a French manager went to Spurs and also failed.
What about the Leicester one?
Why are you so quiet? There's one French manager that won the Premier League.
Oh, you're talking about Jackson Tini. Jackson Tini.
Might be him. But then Harry Redknapp took over.
He's just sitting right. He's like, no one's
the French managers from there were quite poor. So I don't know. I don't know if they would go down that route again.
All right. Well, we're talking about, Wenger, he had a good spell, but obviously, look, I think it's 2 from 2 now for Arsenal. Wanga, Crystal Palace won. Arsenal scored 3 goals. You've got your scarf, you got your cap back, looking chill. Tell us about this game. Aren't you happy?
Like he's in the top 4.
Top 4.
I'm excited about our kid. That's the. I'm excited about.
Look, we're making jokes.
So exciting.
Wanga, we're making jokes, but Arsenal now won 4 games in a row. And I know they might not be saying much, but one of those 4 games was against Chelsea.
A Chelsea squad, yeah.
And
they've
Newcastle.
got the double over us this season, which is scary, man. Imagine that. Losing twice to Arsenal. That's scary from my side, champ. In one season. Yo.
No, I just think maybe I'll tell you something there about your boy. But no, I think it was good. I mean, The thing is, I would have liked this. Like now, it's crunch time. You know, now you're hearing Arteta saying, you know, they're still gonna fight for Rio. I mean, there's only one game left. Okay, so it's not like a still a fight. You're gonna try, you know.
Invincibles.
But you know, for me,
Invincibles are back.
Unbeaten.
The Invincibles are
That's right.
The Invincibles are back.
They're back, boy. So good times are back.
Yeah, look, and I mean, we played against the Crystal Palace at their home. You know, they had their fans, and we still, I mean, had the character to go all the way. Pepe scored again, which was good. A funny stat I heard was that Arsenal have never lost a game where they had a teenager score. I was like, that's flipping hectic. I think they've got like 60 points of that.
I can bring back the old
15
stats
draws. 15 draws or something.
Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah.
He's going to tell us about Cesc Fabregas.
No. I'm not telling you about Cesc Fabregas. No, but I thought it was an interesting stat. That's crazy. If you got a stat like that as an Arsenal team, you know, I think it's pretty much telling you. I think your teenagers are pretty much. I don't think it's something to rely on solely.
Can I ask you something, Mongo? Does it feel like a trophy when you tell us that stat? Like,
He doesn't remember what trophies feel like, Chuck.
Hey, we just won
Community Shield.
Pressure for FA Cup. It's not long ago. Come on.
Look, here's an interesting
you got the
thing.
Community Shield this season as well, huh?
But gents, here's an interesting thing. Jason says this. I don't know how possible or plausible this is. Outside chance for a top 6 finish on Sunday. Fixtures look good for Arsenal, but Arsenal on 58 points. West Ham currently sitting on 62. But if West Ham do lose and Arsenal win their game, they're on 62 and Arsenal on 58. Right?
You can't get there.
No, they can't get there. They can't get there. But the thing is, they could still finish underneath. They could still finish 7th above Spurs.
Yes.
So kind of similar to Newcastle situation, fighting relegation, all of a sudden finish 12th and the season looks great. Wonga, what would you feel if that happens? If you guys do land up finishing 7th, do you think that's like a true reflection on the season? Would you be okay with that? Do you think there's space, room for growth in terms of next season?
There's going to be room for growth, but like I remember, Nick, you did say once, I can't remember what you're talking about. And the thing is, the table doesn't lie. You know, it doesn't lie. It's what?
Table doesn't lie. Wow.
Yeah,
it lies. It's lying. It's lying now.
It's lying. No, like it is what it is. Everyone's played 37 games. You lost, you draw, you did what you guys. All those results, everyone worked for them. You know. So if we finish 7th, and we deserve it. But the way we got there, you'd say, if you looked at the journey and the road and the way we got there, you don't go through that stress again, don't you? Don't go plummet down there and climb up again. I don't think we're going to repeat that. That's for sure.
And to support you, I think it would be fair actually to have Arsenal coming in at like a 7th, given the teams ahead of them. Maybe a West Ham is like the outlier in front of them, but other than that, you'd expect Arsenal to be 6th or 7th.
Yeah, but you see, like even West Ham, you'd ask West Ham, it's like asking West Ham fans, do you guys deserve to be there? You know, I mean, like, hey, bro, we scored the goals, we made the right signings, they did the right thing. I think we should be saying the same thing. You know, you'd be gutted that they're not finishing 4th. So I think in that sense, Claudio, like if I would finish 7th, I'll take it and I'll say we deserve it because we won the points. Tottenham lost their game on the weekend. They didn't say they must lose, they lost it, they didn't score their goals. Got what's his name? Who's that guy scored is it Ringilan who scored an own goal there?
Own goal,
yeah, look, it happens. But at the end of the day, I think if we finish 7th, we deserve it. But we still got maybe next season we say we don't get it the same way.
How would you deem that season out of 10 for Arsenal? Out of 10
season.
Out of 10, yeah.
Hello.
You finished 7th. So you finished 7th, and then that's what you get. You get finished 7th, and out of 10, what would you give that?
This season, I would give this season. It was poor.
You want to say 4? Yeah, 4's fair.
Yeah,
there's a lack of leadership in the team. They had to literally pull the youngsters out to come and actually pull the team out of.
But before the season, before the season, did you think Arsenal were going to finish top 4?
Not a chance.
Yeah, look, I would have liked for them to finish top 4. That's the honest truth about it.
Me too, Wonga.
I thought
a lot of people would like to.
Truly, I would have said there would have been. Truly, I would have said there would have been maybe 5th. I would have said 5th, 6th. I would have.
How crazy is it that these guys are finishing consecutively for 4th for so many years, and they wanted more, and they got greedy, and now the dream is just to get back in the top 4.
Get back to top 6.
Anyway, let's talk about top 4. We're going to talk about top 4. We're going to talk about top 4. Chelsea 2, Leicester 1. This was a huge result for Chelsea in the greatest scheme of things. And you could see, I personally like Tuchel's comments at the end. With him going, it was a big game. Guys got heated. And he said it was like a nice one to get one back over Rodgers.
Very, very important one as well. You know, it would have been nice to win the FA Cup and then followed up with a win during the week. But to lose the FA Cup and then come back with that type of character and that kind of display is heartwarming. We are in the thick of things with this top 4 run. You know, like it's literally down to the last game for us, and to have had that result to give ourselves a good chance to then leave the last game in our hands, as opposed to dropping those 3 points and then having to figure out, like, do some maths, do some extracurricular calculus there to figure out, hey, how can we actually save this season, you know? So it's a good result for me on the day. Happy to see us get the 3 points. It was nerve-wracking to come away from the FA Cup into this game against the same opponents, but yeah, we did it. We're both fighting for top 4, and yeah, I'm excited for now the next game against Villa. I think my focus here is still completely on the season. We still have to get our top 4 cemented, and then we can consider the Champions League final. Given the recent run of finals that we've experienced, it hasn't been the most exciting, and I'm actually quite happy that the bounce back has happened so quickly, because it then shows that, you know, the pain of losing a final is very, very, very painful. They've gone through it. I hope it doesn't happen again for the team, and I hope the players then galvanize themselves and get it right.
What did you make of Werner, Timo Werner again?
Corey.
The man had his moments again, and he just completely duffed him. He duffed him.
He can score. Guys, he can score.
That guy, man.
Fraud. Is he a fraud, or is he just struggling? Is he a fraud?
That guy needs to go to his ancestors or something, guys. He needs to go to his ancestors. Because when he scores,
and him need to go sit on an island together and discuss.
When he scores, it's VAR. So it's the offside. It's a handball that he scores from. Then when there's nothing stopping him, he misses. He misses
open.
And then he doesn't have confidence to shoot sometimes, and he passes the ball onto someone else. I'm like, this guy, like, what's going on? But he's got double-digit goals.
Yeah, but not the double digit we're expecting. You know, it's like, that's an unfortunate part.
Yeah, that's
true.
You
paid him.
That's true.
Yeah,
I think the biggest problem is the fact that he's getting into positions, and then it's either he's offside, or he's handballing it, or he's missing the chances.
But Alan Shearer said something key for me. Alan Shearer said he just can't understand it, because he gets himself in certain positions time and time again. But he's like, he's got no one telling him how to time his runs, because every single time he's getting caught offside. Now, if we're going to throw in VAR as well, it's huge. So I don't know if this happened in Germany and now it's just made apparent, or he's overthinking things a little bit. Also, him coming out at halftime laughing about his miss. I'm not sure how to take that. At the same token, I'm like, okay, it's cool because he's moving on. But you're looking back and you're like, wait, you should be burying that. I don't understand this.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing. That's why confidence plays such a big factor with, like, strikers. You know, some strikers, you want them to, if they miss and flop, to forget about it immediately and move on and think about the next play. Other strikers, if they miss and flop, they think about it the whole time, and then they lose focus in the game and get, like, ruffled up. With Werner, my honest opinion is he's been given the whole season to get to plan and get to actually perform for the team. They kind of structure a lot of the play around his runs. his energy up front kind of galvanizes everybody to go forward. But it's not clicking. I do feel for him because a lot of strikers have gone through that process, especially at Chelsea, where their first season doesn't quite cut in, but then the following seasons they do progress and get better and get better and better and better. But I'm just like, the amount of support he's received this season from the management and the club, he should be thanking his lucky stars. He's at
How's he
Chelsea
starting as well? How's he starting ahead of Giroud?
Does he start the final?
He does.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah,
and he might miss in the semi-final. The semi-final against Real Madrid, first leg. I thought he cost us. There were opportunities which he had which are blank. Yeah, and it's Champions League, man. It's really, really serious. You can't just miss chances like that and expect to still go through. We're fortunate that second leg we managed to get a good result, but I'm scared because he gets into brilliant positions, but then he just costs, and we don't have the luxury of missing those kind of opportunities in a final.
It's all about. I think we a lot of players sometimes they don't click within that first season. So I think we can judge him properly next season, but still some of the misses that he's made, it's literally so bad. For a player who came in for 40 million plus, it's shocking.
50,
whatever the price is. But Joelinton at least can score a penalty. Whereas Ting can't even score a penalty.
Joelinton, boy.
And I think if you
what do you want to say there, Musa? Bonga?
No, I'm just saying. I mean, Tino Werner. I think also he's the thing. You bought him for 40 million. You sort of
50.
Sorry, 50 million, and then
Is it 45?
No, it was 50. Maybe it was 45 plus add-ons, but I think the total amount was like 54. One of the reasons why Liverpool didn't go after
45.2 or something like that.
What?
Okay, this thing's taking long. But
you're just saying numbers there, Nick.
45.25. Oh, 1.
Oh man.
No, but I mean, obviously, it's from
45.3.
They've seen him
45.3.
47.5.
47.5. Yeah, the guys. Wow,
That's what it was. Anyway. All right, Bonga, do you want to finish off your last thought there?
I'm running it off.
It's obviously they're looking at what he did the previous season. So I think it's obviously that. They're looking at what the guy did the season before, and like you guys say, he is in a new environment. They have to also take that into consideration. New country, everything else is new. So maybe, like Musa said, they're going to give him the year, and then I'm pretty sure next year they're going to expect something different.
I'm surprised.
Can we all agree then, because Joelinton came from the same league, is that German league a farmers league?
Not really. Liverpool have picked up some decent players from there.
Kevin De Bruyne was
but even Thiago struggled this season.
Kevin De Bruyne was player of the season. Kevin De Bruyne was player of the season in Bundesliga.
Yep.
Yeah,
but how long did he failed at Chelsea? He had to go there and then he came back.
Yeah.
No, but he was player of the season at Wolfsburg.
So it's interesting. It's interesting because they're saying this Holland is this great thing, but Werner was this great thing last season.
But Haaland also, remember, he scored while he was playing for the Austrian Red Bull side, Salzburg. He scored at Anfield in the Champions League.
And what has he done this season?
Well, the team's also struggled.
I think he's top three. He's top three goal scorer in Champions League.
No, who are we talking about? Holland or Werner?
Or Haaland.
No, we're talking about Haaland.
I hope you're not saying my team is struggled.
Hey, gents.
Haaland is the fake.
You know what? It's time. I'm just going to pull the trigger here. Guys, it's time to talk about this game. This
Haaland,
game.
Please, not my Haaland, team. Sorry, just to tell you that Haaland has scored, Haaland has scored 25 goals in 27 appearances in the league.
Yeah, he's struggling there, Nick. Yeah,
he's struggling.
What did Werner do last season?
He scored about the same, like 24.
Yeah. In Champions League, he's got 10 in 8. In his domestic cup, he's got 3 goals in 4 matches.
Didn't Werner go to the Champions League semi-finals?
RB Leipzig.
He couldn't play the semi-final. He couldn't play the quarters and semi-final.
What I'm saying is he was also involved in both competitions. He was very good.
No, 100%,
I'm just saying the Premier League is a different league, guys.
I'm just saying Haaland is the real deal. I'm saying Haaland is a generational talent. Yeah, Claudio,
Jason's also running that top four wave.
So Claudio, are you gonna give the Ox a contract extension, because that goal could prove pivotal in terms of goal difference? I think obviously on Tuesday we're talking about goal difference stuff. And that 3 goals that you get, that Leicester lose 1, gives you a 4-goal buffer going into the last game, and the Ox contributed to that, and Nate Phillips. So I'm guessing the Ox is staying in 3 more seasons. Nate Phillips was already staying, but yeah. What do you say?
Man, I think, from the Ox perspective, I think he was a bit of a shoe-in prior to all his injuries. The only thing that puts the question mark behind him are the injuries, right? We need a player there. That's the problem between City and Liverpool, is the squad. And when a player like that isn't available, it kind of hurts us, as you could see this season. But when he came on, like you said, he just kind of put it out of reach for Leicester. So for Leicester to go to Spurs and really put 4, I mean, look, Spurs are quite shit right now. So to put 5, but I'm saying if Liverpool do drop points, they're going to concede. They have to concede, so maybe that balances it out a little bit. But nonetheless, it's really a big ask now for Spurs. But from the Ox thing, I think he's justified. He's probably going to stay again next season. He looks super happy. His wife's going to give birth sometime soon. He's posted pictures there, so that's pretty good. The other
Isn't
part,
that what happened with Batshuayi last season? He scored like 1 or 2 goals towards Batshuayi, yeah. And Batshuayi, my English. And he scored like 1 or 2 goals towards the end of the season. And Klopp gave him an extension as well. And I don't know if it's really played out.
Who's talking about that?
You're talking about
Batshuayi from Liverpool.
Yeah.
No.
They did the same thing last season.
Who is
Batshuayi, yeah.
I'm talking about Divock Origi.
No, Divock
Origi, yes, Origi.
That's
Origi.
He's talking about his own player.
You're talking about your own players there. What is going on? It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
Tomorrow's Friday.
It's been a long week.
Arjun is saying welcome back, man, after losing the FA Cup final.
There we go, Arjun.
Hey, chill, Arjun. What's up?
He lost to Arsenal, he lost the FA Cup, and then he was hiding. And all of a sudden, he's back
miserable times.
And he lost the Women's Champions League to Barcelona.
But that day, the juniors lost as well. No, but the juniors also lost.
Jeez, guys, relax.
There was some Chelsea side in Nigeria that lost as well on that day. I saw some meme going around. It was quite interesting.
There are a lot of Chelsea teams in Nigeria, champ.
Okay, but look, all I'm saying
Legos, Chelsea, Legos.
But you made us all, you gave us a bit of an existential crisis here. You made us question whether or not we were real football fans. Talking about Batshuayi at Liverpool, we were like, when did we miss that?
I was talking about Origi. The same thing happened last season where he wasn't really featuring much during the course of the season.
Wait, Mosa, is this true? Arjun's saying Arsenal being sold on Twitter. Someone check that. Admin person, can you please check that? I don't know.
Get that laptop going.
Hectic.
Is it that consortium with Henry and the owner of Twitter?
Daniel Ek from Spotify.
No, but they interviewed
Spotify.
They interviewed Dennis Bergkamp today, and he said they won't give up.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I think they're going to keep going.
That's happening.
Well, no, they're going to keep going. They're going to keep going.
The question is Arjun spreading fake news? Come on, Arjun.
Yeah, Arjun, you mustn't get this on our channel, man. No fake news allowed here. Anyway, we're talking about the Liverpool game. Let's get back on track there, gents. So yes,
and Origi,
I think he's I think the goals towards the end of the season gave him another season, and I think next season he's not going to be there. I think Nat Phillips,
but he wasn't there this season as well.
Okay. I see what Arjun is talking about. There's quite a big Man United guy on Twitter saying that the rumor is that Arsenal is going to be sold. That's the rumor behind the scenes. The rumor. It's just a rumor. So we're just going off rumors. Wonga, don't get excited. Don't. We're just rumor.
Arjun's saying, don't worry, Nick. It won't be the Saudis buying Arsenal.
I like it.
Oh man!
Oh jeez.
Oh, actually, that keeps it good for you, Nick. You're still in the running for the Saudis then.
The banter. I love the banter.
Also, Senor, weren't you meant to get Goldbridge on the show? I thought you were going to ask him before the end of the season. Well, you've got one game left and you're not asking him.
I'm not going to ask him.
If I could get Chris Payet, you can go get Mark Goldberg there.
Not him, bro. I'll get someone else on the show, bro.
Did you say Mark Goldberg?
Goldbridge.
Goldbridge, but I did say Goldberg. Incorrect.
Hey, the names are everywhere today. Yo. I'm not alone.
Porridge Brain. From Porridge Brain.
Hey,
back to this, guys. Nat Phillips. I just want to finish off. And then we can move on. Yes.
Okay. No, carry on, brother.
I don't know. What did you want to say?
No. We'll chat about who we can bring on at a later stage. Don't worry.
Okay.
I suggest Arjun.
All right, cool, man. Where were we? What was I saying?
You were saying
Origi was okay.
Oh, right. So I was saying Origi justified towards the end of the last season that he could have a place to linger. But I think it's been clear as day that the man doesn't have a future at the club. But Nat Phillips now, on the other hand, I read an article saying the man would put his head through a bus and try and score a goal for Liverpool. And I thought what is interesting was his goal on Tuesday was exactly that. He put his head on top of the ball with his eyes open and just got in there. And I think one of the comments were made, if it was any other Liverpool player on the field, that goal was not scored because they're too afraid to put their head on that because there was a charging Burnley player coming at him. So fair play to that. And after the game, he also had the interview saying he was more chuffed of the clearance he had off the line than he was scoring the goal. And that's the stuff for him of what dreams are made of. So fair play to him. And I think what we'll do is we'll probably go fetch Konate from Leipzig in the summer, and he'll linger and he'll probably be a backup for us. I think Rice Williams will probably get sent out on loan. But the good news from Liverpool is that this Crystal Palace game is going to be a shoe-in. We're going to have fans back at Anfield. They're going to be buzzing. What I saw yesterday, chalk and cheese, man. It's a different Liverpool side. They're already looking up for the next season. So yeah,
it's got Roy Hodgson's farewell written all over it with a win. Liverpool out of Champions League, and we will be having a different conversation next week.
Look at this. Edmund getting also welcome, Miguel Tomás. Guys, remember Miguel? He's here today. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Miguel.
Also, say that again. Miguel who?
Miguel Tomás.
Tomás. I learned how to say that.
Tomás. I think with the Euros coming up, right? And when Portugal finally announces their squad, I need Claudio to go through the names one by one. He needs to start there and say Rui Patricio, Cancelo, Ruben Dias,
Ronaldo.
And Moutinho, Ruben Fernandes.
He must give a backstory when he does that. He must give a backstory. He must give us a little
story about where they're from.
Yeah, 100%.
So this in from Arjun. He's saying apparently Arsenal paid off their 120 million debt today, as revealed by the bank, and it wasn't Kroenke.
So that was today, yeah. So apparently, guys, you guys can go to the Bank of England's website, and they publish the loans that are still outstanding by certain companies. So what happened was there's a what's this? Arsenal was owing 120 million up until recently, and then they paid it off. Spurs still owe the Bank of England 175 million pounds.
That's how Arsenal rolls, boy. Don't have debts.
Yeah.
Oh, also, Super Brew for the Euros. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we're definitely doing it. We're gonna do a rollout. Our CEO's got a little strategy put together. She's come up with some good things, and yeah, Super Brew is definitely a part of that moving forward. Our June's also saying, if Arsenal's being sold, at least one club will return where it belongs. So that's pretty interesting there. All right. Oh, we've got another. Listen, guys, another porter on the show.
It's true.
Listen to this, guys. André Tomás, brother of another LFC fan today. Very buzzing boy.
Yes. As soon as you guys get to top 4, things are happening. Huh?
They all come out of the woods.
Well done to joining us, gentlemen.
Now they
end of the season. We're in top 4, guys. Yeah, boy, I'm loving it. Thank you. I needed the support. Yes.
Oh man.
All right. Guys, we're going to move on here, and we're going to talk about the upcoming fixtures this weekend, and obviously the last round of fixtures for this weekend. So it's a big one. So we're going straight to our betting corner. You guys know the deal. We're going to mention the fixture. We're going to give our predictions, and that's pretty much going to be it. And guys watching, feel free to give your predictions as you normally do. So first game, yes, Arsenal versus Brighton. Let's hear it. We're going to start with Wonga. We're going to go to Mosa. We're going to go Nick, Selo, and then we're going to end off with me. And let's hear that prediction, Wonga.
Yeah, look, I think it's a much more important game for. Well, you think Arsenal would have more motives to win the game than Brighton does. Brighton, obviously a good team. They just beat Man City. Maybe they say, "Hey guys, we can." And I mean, Arsenal doesn't have the greatest of season, so I don't think they're not going to come to Arsenal with a bit of fear. That's for sure. But I think definitely Arsenal can do it. We need it. I say. I'll say 2-1 to Arsenal. But Brighton, I think Brighton definitely scores. They can do it, and the way they play, I definitely think they can get a goal against Arsenal.
The Invincibles are back, boy. 5-game winning streak.
Yeah, bro.
In the season.
Ended on a high note. I think Arsenal should be the better team on the day. Their current form has spoken to.
Who's this man?
If they are pumped up, they can actually come through with the right performances. Yes, Brighton did manage to get something from a Man City team with 10 men. But I do think, like Arsenal, they both aren't really like competing for a lot at this point in time. But I think Arsenal on the day will be, on form and looking strong to carry.
It's a lot to us, Musa. It's a lot.
Yeah. Like, we just worry about top 4. You guys can worry about whatever. top 7, top 9, whatever. So I'd go for 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I think Arsenal are going to have too much for them. I think they're going to replicate the score from last weekend, or from this week, sorry. I think they'll get a 3-1 win. I think they'll finish the season off on a high. I think they need to sort of give it their last crack at potentially getting some sort of European football. So yeah, I think it will be a sort of conventional sort of win for Arsenal at home. So 3-1 for me.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to go with what Wonga said, 2-1 to Arsenal. They'll be playing at home. I think they'll want to put on a performance for the fans, just to say thanks for being with them the whole season type of thing, even though it's been a rubbish season for them. So just to say, let's end off on a good note, 5 consecutive wins, maybe some confidence going to the next season. This apparently is going to be into the Audi Cup, the Emirates Cup, whatever cup, those cups that they can win, you know what I mean? So I say 2-1 to the Gunners.
And let's not forget that Arteta has already won a trophy for Arsenal. So let's also not forget that. I mean, we talk about Audi Cups and things, but Arteta's got something to his name. Going into this last game, we got Spurs and Everton, obviously just above Arsenal. I think there's a lot of motivation here for Arteta and the Gunners, or like, should I say the Gooners, because Tottenham are going to face Leicester City. Everton are playing Manchester City. And despite the fact that the league has been wrapped up, I think those are 2 consequential things that would be driving a sort of chaotic end to the season. But here's the big but. It is the end of the season. And Brighton did just come off the back of beating Man City, and they will be feeling confident, feeling themselves. And Graham Potter is he's managing the side for a chance to coach Spurs in the future. So that being said, Arsenal's going to win 3-2. That's pretty much how it's going to roll.
Man.
Alrighty.
Anticlimactic, as always.
Anticlimactic, yeah. All right, Aston Villa, Chelsea. Oh, wait, before we continue to the next game, Arjun's saying some interesting things here about Ronaldo. I don't know if any of you saw that. He's saying, apparently, if Juve don't make the Champions League, Ronaldo will take a 25% wage cut to go to United.
Don't worry, they'll be match fixing. They'll be match fixing in Italy this weekend. Juve will get in via match fixing. Atalanta's playing AC Milan. Atalanta will beat AC Milan. Napoli will win. Juventus will win. AC Milan number 5.
There you heard it.
The boys,
you heard it.
The boys spoken to the giants.
Live on
They're match fixing.
You saw, man. You saw.
Little bit
They
of news
beat Juve beat Inter Milan. Okay, sure, Inter Milan have really won the league, but hey, man, like it's just funny things, man. Red cards just flying around. You know what I mean?
Funny things.
Brown envelopes,
Ronaldo with Cavani on bench. Stop it. Just stop it. There, I just have to say what I think.
Hey, I should stop it. It'll be X-rated, man. R X-rated 18, man.
Parental guidance is advised. Right.
Exactly.
Chelsea 2, Leicester 1. Wonga, let's hear this. Oh, that's the wrong.
What's this? What's this guy saying?
Oh, Aston Villa.
Where are we today?
You know those new guys, the news anchors, when the teleprompter says whatever it says, you go, why would they just read what's said? But when you're in the flow, whatever's put on screen, you read. All right, Aston Villa.
Just go for it, boy. Yeah, look.
Hold up.
Oh, sorry. I saw Chelsea. I was just going for it, man. And you better say Chelsea wins. So. No pressure.
No, look. I want to be honest. Chelsea, when I started playing against Leicester, I think, within 5 minutes you could see who the winner of the match was going to be, and they carried on that pressure relentlessly until the end. And it was unfortunate that they had to kind of sweat for that first goal, that offsides, Werner missing, and that's what I'm told. I think that's also adds to that. You know, they had all those combinations and they still went at it, and they obviously, they got that goal. And I think they're going to carry on the same form. I don't think Villa's form is great at the moment. They're also coming off a win, against Tottenham, but a very weak Tottenham. But I think Chelsea are going to have too much for them, and I'll say a 3-0 win. Okay, 3-1. Yeah, 3-1, but I think that's a bit too much for them.
Yeah, I think to echo what Wanga saying, the energy and intensity we saw in the first 5 minutes against Leicester is something that I think and would expect the players to carry into the next game, given that they are competing for the top 4. They are not safe, and they have that in the back of their heads. And they've got the power in their hands to actually just go out and get the result, and then be confident they'll be in the top 4. So I think, Chelsea have it all to play for, and definitely will come out with the win on the day. I see it a 2-0 win to Chelsea.
So Musa, what if you guys draw, man? How would you feel about that? And then the other 2 teams win.
Where will it be if you draw? We go to 68. Then it'll leave. Tottenham's playing Leicester, so if they draw, then they're both 67. So we should be fine. I wouldn't be excited about a draw, but fuck, we have to just win.
I think Leicester are winning, to be honest. I think Leicester are beating. We'll get there. We'll get there, but yeah.
No, if you draw, whoa. If you draw,
we go 68. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if Leicester win, they go 69.
69. And then Liverpool lose to Crystal Palace, then we're still fine.
Yeah.
But I think the main outcome is for the Jets to go for a win. There is you don't want to be doing this, and that's why I'm happy that we got the result against Leicester, so that we don't have to be doing these permutations and figuring out the biggest science in the world. We just have to flip and get our 3 points and move.
Yeah, I agree.
And they literally have to.
I think a 2-0 win is written all over it. I think it's going to be conventional. I think Aston Villa on the beat right now. They got their win against a sort of Spurs side that just heard their best player of sort of the last 10 years is leaving or wants to leave. I would say that it's Chelsea coming to do one over John Terry there. 2-0 win for Chelsea. I think they need to, especially going into a Champions League final.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 3-1 victory to Chelsea. I think Villa will get a goal, but I think Chelsea will just want to put that rubber stamp on that third place, and get probably the first goal, and then maybe it will be a 1-1, and then get the second, and then get the third. So I definitely see Chelsea winning by a 2-goal margin, 3-1.
I'm not going to discount the fact that Aston Villa are playing at home and the fans are there, and they're not a bad side. And when they play against the bigger sides, they do like to push ball and show off a little bit. They peacock it a little bit, in my opinion, from a Villa side. So I'm not going to just go, it's going to be one sort of rollover.
You would know.
Yeah, exactly. I should know. 7-1 knowing.
They pulled it around so well though, Aston Villa from last season.
Yeah, so I think
the season struggled.
Yeah, man. I think this game's not going to be as straightforward as what everyone in here is making it out to be. I think Aston Villa are going to keep them going right towards the end, and they will get a goal. But I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Chelsea towards the end. I do want to ask you guys something else. Aljun was saying, so say Ronaldo goes to United. Who gets to wear that number 7 jersey if Cavani is wearing the number 7 jersey currently? Does he roll over and just give it to Ronaldo?
No. He's the
roll
same age. He's what? Who's older? Ronaldo's older, né? By a year probably. But
yeah.
Nah, man. Nah.
Must roll over.
Doesn't roll over, bro.
He's a god.
Right.
Cristiano's a god to Manchester United, my man. So he'll take that number 7. He'll just say, "Hey, Cavani, hey." Give here.
Thanks for keeping it warm. Right, for the biggest for the biggest game of the season, the biggest one towards the end, or the biggest one of the weekend, should I say? Wonga Denga, Fulham versus Newcastle. Let's see on this thing there, Wonga.
The biggest one.
Craven Cottage.
Let's also not forget what's on stake here. 12th. Steve Bruce's whole reputation here. You know.
12th.
Let's hear this.
What's the highest that Steve Bruce has finished? Do you know, Nick?
It's probably 12th.
Wonga, I thought Wonga would have that stat already, man.
Up to Wonga.
This internet is doing funny things here. I can't multitask on it. But I think definitely Newcastle take this game. Fulham are coming off a bad run, yeah. And especially the way they played last game, I think Fulham. I'll give it a 2-1 to Newcastle. But with those teams, anything can happen. It could be high scoring, could be low scoring. I don't know, but I think Newcastle will come out on top.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
So sincere. That was so sincere.
Arjun there. Cavani will get number 20. I believe that one.
They have to give Ronaldo number 7.
They have to.
CR7 brand, all that.
Such a big number. Yeah.
Guys, we're speaking about a big game. Now we're talking about...
Oh, yes.
Getting distracted.
Back to that. That fight for number 12 that Newcastle are apparently in. I think potentially Newcastle have it all to play for. Fulham have nothing to play for at this point in time. And I'd go 2-1 to Newcastle based on that.
Thanks for your very descriptive
predicament
analysis of what's going to happen.
I feel like sorry, Nick. Sorry, sorry to we this. I mean, obviously, we're going to give you a runway for the perfect sort of prediction. We've got a new saying here on Prematch Muti, and Aljun, we've got to thank you for giving it to us. We're going to end the shows from now on by saying, Stop it.
Stop it.
So let's hear it. Let's hear it. Stop it. I like it. Let's go, Nick. Give it to us. Nick. Let's hear this prediction.
Stop it. I like it. Man. But I think I'm just so glad that I'm not going into the last game of the season having to get a result at Craven Cottage. So I think it's all set up for the guys to go and enjoy themselves and sort of prove why they deserve to wear the black and white. I think Fulham have been very exposed in the last couple of games. So I do see us coming through with a couple of goals. I do think we will concede, but I more than likely see us winning 2-1 or 3-2. Let me go with 3-2 just for a bit of spice. But we played Fulham on the last game of the season 2 seasons ago, and we went away there. We took, I think it was 4,500 fans. It was epic, guys. I must actually send you the pictures. They were on the River Thames. They were on all those boats, and it was the last day of the season. The sun was shining in London, and they hired all the boats in the River Thames, and it was just black and white. And they had a full day out in London, and Newcastle went and won 4-0. It was Rafa Benitez's last game. It was just like a great way to sort of send him off. So yeah, good memories on the last day at Craven Cottage. So hopefully we can go do something similar. So I'm going to go with a bit of a unconventional one. I think we will concede. So I think 3-2 away from home.
Stop it. There we go, Nick. That was lovely. That was lovely.
Interesting stuff. I think it's gonna be, yeah, man. I think Fulham will wanna put on a performance in front of their fans. So I think it's gonna be a 2-2. Yeah, Nick, you don't need me to give you victories anymore. So 2-2.
Unlucky for number 12 there, Nick. Unlucky.
Arjun saying it's going to be 7 from 7 for Willock. So hey, that's something to consider, gents. That is something to consider.
Fantasy.
That's England form, boys. That's England
form. But not even that. I think if let's say Wilson comes out here and does something this weekend, is there any chance he gets put in the squad?
Wilson's injured.
Watkins is ahead of him.
Nah, but guys, the better striker is Wilson, but Wilson is always injured, so Wilson can't go to the Euros. And I'm not going to argue with you on that. Wilson is the better striker.
Let's park that.
All right, I'm going to say 1-1 draw here at Craven Cottage, just because also Fulham. I don't know if you guys are aware of this.
Fulham, though.
I do like Fulham. I do, but they've also extended the stand. I don't know if you guys noticed. They've finished building a brand new stand. There will be some fans in there to experience. Yeah, it's a beautiful place to go watch.
Great place to watch football in the Championship.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Leicester versus Spurs. One of the biggest ones for Spurs is history. I meant Leicester. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Wonga.
I can see everything's. The world trying to balance itself out. Remove all those guys that are not supposed to be at the top there. I think.
It's mission clean up there.
Yeah, it's happening.
The universe is just correcting itself.
Everton were given Man City. Tottenham were given Leicester. Leicester need the win. So do Tottenham. I think both teams are going to be very, very open. And I think it just depends who scores the most goals on the day. I think that's what it will be. I am hoping that Leicester are the ones that score the most goals. Leicester have also been a bit dicey this season. And I think that's why they find themselves where they are. And it was like towards the end. So I'm hoping, I've said, I'm hoping for a 3-2 win to Leicester City.
In the last minute.
Yeah. 3-2 win to Leicester City. And then Arsenal.
How many points are
lose.
Tottenham on at this point in time?
Tottenham on 59. Same points as Everton, 59.
Yeah.
Okay. Let Tottenham get the 3 points in. Here it's it's really about just securing top 4, but there's nothing else. No football analysis, nothing. It's just me speaking to the gods to say, hey, let Chelsea get into top 4. That's the rest of my analysis is gonna go this way.
It sounds like Wonga's normal analysis there. He's switching roles.
Yeah, hey, bro. We're at that point in the season now.
Just don't use the same Muti that Wonga uses, because that Muti hasn't been working.
Fair enough. So yeah, man, I'd like to see Kane maybe end the season with Tottenham with a young brace, get top goal scorer officially, and also then allow us to go into top 4 without any issues. So yeah, that's my analysis. A 3-1 victory to Tottenham.
Gents, do you see who's made an appearance on our show again today? Look carefully.
Akil.
Welcome, Akil. Welcome back, man. You just enlighten us. You bring energy to the show. Thank you so much, Akil. Yes.
Easy with those comments as well, Akil. Come on, right now, man. You're talking about top 4, man. You're talking about draws. Come on.
I think what Musa is trying to say is he wants Harry Kane to score, so he's in form to go to the Euros, score goals for England, and then join Chelsea in the summer. So I think that's what he's hoping for. But I do see Spurs snatching this. I think Leicester I think they had their day out in the sun. They won the cup, and I think that's them typically at the moment of the last 2 seasons choking. They have a great season, and then they just don't have the legs to get over the line. So I think Spurs will do it, and I think Arsenal, unfortunately, will have to have a season out of Europe.
Yeah, no, I think
check Wonga's face. He's like, huh?
I think guys like Leicester, I think if you can, Claudio, can you just cut my views from Tuesday and just play them now? That's what I have to say about this game. But I said on Tuesday, what I said is that the fact that Leicester will have fans in the stadium as opposed to last season where they played United in the last game and they had no fans. And they were playing basically for...
chill. That's the scariest set of circumstances I can picture for Chelsea right now.
Are you guys ready? I'm gonna read this comment out. We're all gonna say stop it at the same time. Are you ready for this? Just imagine if Chelsea don't make top 4 and lose the other final just after losing a final.
Stop it! That's not cool, Arjun.
Oh, bro.
That would actually break my heart.
What I wanted to say is that man, I think Leicester will win. Leicester will win the game. Scoreline. Let's give it a 2-1. Harry Kane scoring a goal to clinch the top goal scorers scoring boot. But 2-1 to Leicester. I think they needed a lot. And we need to make the last day of the season very interesting. Whether at some point in time Leicester are number 3 and then move down to 5 and then go to 4 and then you know what I mean. It's just want those 3 teams just to be doing this that whole day. You know what I mean. I want Claudio to be quiet, to be stressed, to be happy, to be sad. You know what I mean. And then at the end,
just a day in the life of a Liverpool fan.
And then in the end, you can rejoice because you guys are playing at home somehow, and then you guys manage to get in. I don't know how, but you guys manage. And then it's on goal difference, for instance. Which I think it is.
Secured number 2. It must be super nice from your side to see other teams go through the emotions.
Last season I was stressing there, going to Leicester the last day of the season, bro. Now I'm just relaxing. I'm just breathing nicely.
You're asking other kids to go experience that stress.
Just like, you know what I mean? I would have.
Celo's done his homework. He's done his homework. He's got his pass rate. He's done all the assignments throughout the course before the exam. He can go and walk in and get a 20%, and it'll balance its way out there. We need a sub there, Musa. We need to get 50.
We need to work, boy. We need to graft here.
Guys, I want to talk about this comment here before I give my prediction. Adrian's saying, Kane has the most goals, most assists, but only 7% of the votes with regards to Player of the Year. And I think that comment right there is just one of the many reasons Kane is looking out of the club. I mean, if he was he's come out saying he's had an interview with Gary Neville saying he wants to be reaching the heights of Messi and Ronaldo. And again, this is an idea put into his head by Mourinho, should I just say. We've all seen that on the documentary. But he wants to be scoring those sort of goals. And where is he going to be scoring those sort of goals? He's going to be scoring those sort of goals with Man City. And that's kind of also where Chelsea. He's angling at. No, he won't be doing that at Chelsea. Man City, that's where he'll be getting those numbers. But
you miss it, Chelsea. Oswerner, you miss it, Chelsse.
Give him 48 million and then he's missing.
But about the outcome for the Leicester game, I think there are going to be goals, and I think to Settle's point, it's going to be mayhem. I think Leicester have to go for it. Kane's going to want to get his golden boot, so they're going to be going back and forth. There will be a lot of goals, but I do think for some reason Leicester will get a 2-goal difference, and it's going to be a 4-2 victory to Leicester. But they will make us sweat. And that's kind of where I'm going with that. And that brings us to the next game. And the next game is Leicester versus Crystal Palace. Wonga Denga.
You mean Liverpool versus
Crystal Palace?
Go, gents. My reading is bad.
Today's been a long day, Claude. I understand.
Yeah, I see.
I understand.
I'm not sure everyone's awake. I'm glad.
Your eyesight gets woozy at the top 4.
Yeah.
It's so high up the log.
Hi, boy. It's high. I'm looking down there. Let's go, Wonga.
Yeah, I think Liverpool take this one. They've obviously now shown they pretty much it looks sort of like a familiar team now in what we saw. And if they put up the same result, I don't think Crystal Palace stand any chance. So I'd give it let's say 3-1 to 3-0 to no 3-1 to to Liverpool.
I like
There we go,
Wanga's
Wanga.
comment
There
about
we
a
go, Wanga.
3-1 to Crystal Palace, man. It'd be nice to just get a bit of breathing space there in the top three, man. I need everything, everything I can get right now. So, yeah, 3-1 to Crystal Palace. Today, gents, I'm sorry, but it's coming down to the wire now. It's the last game of the season. I'm sorry. Hey, top four is important for me. Also, I'll be in the predicament that Arjun mentioned earlier, which is a scary predicament for myself. So, 3-1 to.
We don't need you to be sad next week again.
Ish, my man. And then wondering about Champions League after that as well, which is like, oh, it'll be just too much. It'll be too much. My heart won't be able to take it all in. So 3-1 to Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, Mosa. That's ridiculous. You're playing with that Muti too much there, man. Too much.
I have to do a champ this weekend.
As much as I was laughing about Roy Hodgson coming back to his old stomping ground there to get a result on his last day of coaching, I need to finish 12th, lads. So.
Wanga predictions.
Wanga, you shot us well, Baba. You shot us well.
Wanga predictions.
So
It just shows how my season's been, Oaks.
We've been in Wanga time now.
Klopp has his final. I'm sure he wishes it was for a trophy, but nonetheless, you guys have to go and fight. You will probably concede, so I'm looking at a 2-1 win for Liverpool.
2-1. Guys, you guys are making it seem like it's going to be close. Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Easy top four. Easy top four.
Listen, you've done this before, Claudio. Don't get too ahead of yourself. You might find yourself in the Conference League.
This is the one result I'm arguably the most throughout the whole season. The most I'm confident. The most confident I've been. This result.
This is recorded, bro.
So
it is recorded. You're gonna remind
it's recorded. It's recorded. That's the nice thing, man. Hey, bro,
it's just like I'm 100% confident.
He's confident. He's 100%. 150%.
100%, boys. That's where I'm at.
Oh man. That day you'll be sweating clothes on Sunday, 5 p.m. You're gonna be sweating.
Liverpool will concede, guys. I think Christian Benteke will score a goal. He's been on hot form, and he'll be doing his celebration. You know what I mean? That nice celebration that he does. But yeah, Liverpool will win 2-1. You know that celebration, man. Like he's just like. He's gonna do that, you know. Yeah, but Liverpool win 2-1. Liverpool win 2-1. I just want Benteke just to score a goal, just to make it 1-1, and you guys can go score. You guys can score the winner. I don't. Mane to score the winner. I feel bad for him. He hasn't had a good run of games, but at least he came back alive against Burnley. So Mane to score the winner. That's the only person I can tolerate to score the winner for Liverpool.
Yeah, guys, there's a lot being thrown out here. The admin's saying recruiting a new host, anyone interested? So I don't know if that includes you guys throwing your hat into the ring, or
is it a celebration
externally. There we go. There we go.
You can't see it properly, but there's not enough space. There's not enough space.
No, do it on the couch.
But you did it right.
Anyway, based on that comment, Louis says he'll handle the FPL and other discussions. This host is struggling here. And Super Brew discussions. There we go.
Okay.
Steve Bruce discussions.
Steve Bruce discussions.
Yes. Arjun, I like this one. Okay,
you guys ready? I'm going to read it out and everyone's going to say what they got to say there. Imagine Benteke, winner. Knock Liverpool out of the top four.
Stop!
All right. I'm going to agree with what I like what Andrea says here. He says Liverpool with a 3-2 win. Typical to make us fans sweat to the last second. Salah with a brace to win Golden Boot, and Trent with a hat-trick of assists to get into the Euro and the World Cup squads. That's what he says over there. Let me tell you my confidence, guys. My confidence is one that goes, we've got Salah. fight. Firstly, this is the most I've seen Salah playing for a team throughout his Liverpool career, which is fantastic. He's fighting for the Golden Boot. We've got Anfield fans, or we've got fans coming back into Anfield rather. They haven't been given the opportunity to really celebrate Liverpool's being crowned champions. So we've got this. This is the last game of us being champions. This is going to be full tilt.
They're going to hand it over tomorrow or on Saturday. Sunday.
Yeah, but they're going to make the most out of it. They're going to make the most out of it in this game. And I think it's going to be 3-0, a 3-0 clean, come easy. The game's going to be put to bed quick. And that's where it's going to be a bit sad for the others fighting. But Chelsea's going to be sweating because of Spurs coming back and forth. And I think Chelsea are going to be the ones that struggle against Aston Villa, like I said previously. So that is what I'm going with.
Gents, you all want to be in top 4. That's all it is right now. It's come down to this.
Exactly what you want.
Greedy, guys. Greedy.
Yeah.
Even me.
Top 12, man. I can
Stop
feel
it, man.
Top 12 is coming your way.
Top 12.
Oh, man.
All right, gents, and that pretty much wraps up the show today. Final thoughts before we leave.
Yeah, all the best to the teams that are battling for top 4.
Oh shit! No, my bad. Sorry, we forgot about Wolves versus Man United.
I was waiting for
okay.
Silas. I was waiting.
I don't care. This guy is rubbish anyway, bro.
This man is. But you're so calm and cool. You're not even worried about that game.
But the top 4 is done, bro. So
it's done. Oh, that's such a nice feeling.
All right, let's finish. We're gonna finish.
This match is important for Nick because Nick has to finish top 12-ish. So yeah,
we do it properly then. We've also got Al Junior supporting United. I'm cutting you guys by the knees. Hey. Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, look. Even I think Man United also have a bad run of games, but they also not. I think their minds probably on the Europa. They've secured their spot. Wolves also have a bad run of games. Jeez. Maybe Wolves are trying to finish the season strong, but I don't see it happening. But I think Man United take the game 2-0.
Yeah.
So anything can happen.
Yeah. If Man United's players are anything like Silva right now, the boys are probably like super relaxed about this. They don't care. They'd probably be watching the other games instead of playing in theirs at this point in time. So yeah, they may come into the game with a relaxed manner. They have to figure out their defensive organization and prepare for the Europa. So they might use the game as a warm-up match for the final. So yeah, I see a 2-0 victory for Man United. You're so relaxed, you're so composed, you're more about figuring out your own internal dynamics. It'll just be you're stronger than Wolves as a team. So 2-0 win for Man United.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to want to go into a game, a final, with drawing and then potentially losing or drawing again, especially against two teams that have struggled this season. So I think they will go out and put a performance. When is the final? Is it next week?
Midweek Wednesday, yeah.
Midweek, yeah. So he's got something to think about because he obviously would.
You're playing Wednesday again, champ.
Rest of you.
In preparation for next season's return in the Champions League.
You can feel it, boy.
The competition that you might not be in next season.
Easy, Tiger. You might win it this season, champ.
But yeah, I think Man United will win 1-0. Cavani goal.
I think. Hey man, I think we are gonna rest some players. Yeah, man, some players need to play just so they can just get some rhythm going. But some players don't need to play. So Luke Shaw can definitely be on the bench. You know, what's this? Donny van de Beek needs to get some minutes. So yeah, we need to play certain players. And yeah, I think some of the youngsters will definitely be on the bench. I would like Ahmad to start, and then and as Arjun says, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Hannibal Mejbri on the bench. He's one of the upcoming youngsters. He plays number 10 in the youth team, and he just won best reserve player for Man United. So yeah, so I think let's give it a 2-1 to Man United. Even though we'll probably play a mixture of youth and some guys who need some game time. But yeah, no, I know the injuries, the apparent injuries that are circulating around our team. I think that Liverpool left something in the change rooms there, so that we can get injuries like they did. But players will be okay. Players will be okay. Maguire's out of the crutches. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
I think this weekend's going to be a straightforward 3-1 victory for Man United, gents. I don't think there's going to be any excitement.
And our away record, we need to
and the away record.
We need to preserve it. We need to preserve it. Invincibles like Wanga.
Invincible.
Gents, we've got two more games we need to cover: Man City versus Everton and West Ham versus Southampton. So we've got the Man City Everton. Obviously, it's a big game for Everton, seeing as they are trying to fight for Europe or a place in Europe. So, Wonga, what do we think here? We know Man City have an eye on the Champions League final.
Yeah,
they will be celebrating. They'll be picking up the trophy, won't they, on this day?
They will.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't think they want to go 2 losses in a row and then go into a Champions League final. So I think they definitely take this one. I think Man City will win it 2-0. But we will probably see a different, as Pep likes rotating a lot. And I think we'll see a different lineup today, definitely. Probably similar to what they did last time, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think it'll be a different lineup, but closer to what you should expect to see in the Champions League final. Yes, he may have some concerns about how to manage his players from injury and not risk it too much, but you'd also want them to stretch their legs and actually get a good run out instead of sitting and from the celebrations of actually winning the league up to Champions League without actually playing at the highest level to get their 3 points, playing to win. So I think Man City will be coming out to the day to get a good result and show that they're ready and ticking for the final and just can't wait. And also celebrate the day of actually picking up the trophy, which will be dope for them as well. So I'd say a 3-0 to Man City.
Hey, you're stealing my predictions.
Sorry, champ.
I think it's going to be comfortable. I think a 3 to 4-0 win for them. I think they're going to absolutely smash them and put Everton where they belong, out of the European spots. They're still a small club. They
small boys.
small boys FC.
Small boys FC.
They're at home. They're lifting the trophy. They've got fans. They have to. So they're going to, and they will put on a good performance. I wouldn't even be surprised. They play next week. They don't even play that next week. They play the week after. So they'll have full strength. I guarantee they're going to put a show on for their fans. Guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I think definitely Man City will want to play for the fans. If you just think about the rotations that they're using right now, KDB didn't start the last game. He'll start this game. Fernandinho will start as captain. Aguero will start his last game at home. I don't know if
Before
you guys
he goes
saw.
to Barcelona.
He got the plaque. He got the notes from Martin Tyler. Martin Tyler gave him the notes from the famous commentary of against was against QPR and said, Aguero, that whole script that he had, that whole whatever he said in that whole script, so he gave it to him in a plaque. I think it was today. So I think Aguero will wanna end off on a high note. If they get a penalty, he won't do a Penenka. He'll want to smash it in the top right corner. So it'll be celebratory mood. I think I give it a 3-1 to Man City.
Yeah, I mean, like Louis saying, huge celebrations, and we're not gonna as big as it can get with 10 City fans.
137 City fans, bro. 137.
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be cut and dry. Whoa. Yeah, so I'm gonna just go with I was thinking 3-1, so I'm gonna go 3-1 victory, is same as Cyril. So you guys can accuse me of copying him if you would like to. And also, Aljun saying, don't remind him of that moment where stole the title. Right.
I'm reminded about that thing every single day because that's the start of the show. So
Aguero.
last game, Jets. Last game. Richie's team.
Yeah, I think West Ham take it. I think if the motivation is right, I think they take it. Especially the season they've had. I think they also want to try and end off with a high. I don't think they make obviously the top. They were there. It's close enough, but at least now Europe, and they stay there. So I'd say a 2-0 win to West Ham.
Yeah, I think West Ham are gonna go all out for it, and also Southampton haven't really impressed lately, and I think West Ham are a much better team than Southampton at this point in time. If you were asking me about this maybe at the beginning of the season, I was going to go the other way around, but I think West Ham have improved quite significantly this season, whereas Southampton has kind of fallen off its tracks.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a convincing win from West Ham because of that. So I see a 2-0 for West Ham on the day.
Yeah, I think they punched above their weight the whole season, and any European football now is a huge bonus from where they were at the end of last season. So I definitely think they will win this game. And just so you guys know, according to all your predictions, you're pretty much saying that Newcastle are going to finish 12th.
It's written, boy. It's a fact.
I'm going to go with a West Ham 2-1 win. 2-1 win.
Okay. I think West Ham are gonna, they're gonna win. I would even give them 3-1 in this game. I think they'll be playing in front of their fans, London Stadium. So I think 3-1. Antonio, Jesse Lingard, and Souček on the score sheet.
Yeah. Okay, they're gonna finish high. They're going to finish high as high as the bubbles are at that stadium with the fans there. And they're going to Europe, guys. David Moyes has done it. He's done the unthinkable.
Europa League.
They might be just slightly, not disappointed is probably the wrong word, not being in the Champions League spot, but 6th place they would have snatched that at the beginning of the season. So congrats to them. And I think they're gonna get it across the line there. 2-0 victory there for West Ham. Gentlemen, this has been the show for tonight. It's been a long one. It's been a marathon, but we've had to cover. Obviously, it's going to be the last game week of the season. We've got guys fighting for Fantasy League, and we've got a whole bunch of other things. We've got Super Brew coming up. Final thoughts before we go.
Let's go, boys. Chelsea top 4. That's all I'm going to say, my man.
Okay, let's go, boys. Newcastle top 12. Let's go.
I just think the last week will be a high-scoring one. That's all I think.
Come on, Leicester. Come on, Leicester. That's all I want. Leicester top 4. That's all I want. I don't care who misses out, whether it's Chelsea or Leicester. One of you guys will miss out. That will make my next week Tuesday so amazing, whether it's Claudio or Musa missing out. Come on, Leicester.
Why would you want to see one of us in pain, my man?
I don't know what's wrong with those guys. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
Come on.
Stop it. Look at Louis. Yes, you lose. Right. Stop it.
Right. Stop it. On 3, 2, 1. On 3, 2, 1. We're all going to say that and we're going to end that show. We need to feel like we need to come up with a phrase on how we can end it off. What can we say here? Newcastle finished 12th. 3, 2, 1. You guys ready?
Newcastle finished 12th. Oh, stop it.
Oh, come on. I was going to say Newcastle finishes 3, 2, 1. And then we also stop. Okay, you guys ready? You ready?
No, wait. Arsenal finishes 6th.
Hey.
Stop it!
Stop
it! Stop it!